"You look beautiful today," he said to the alien woman. Her reaction took him by surprise. Eli Mercer strode down the station's main corridor, datapad in hand, nodding to the alien envoy as she approached. "You look beautiful today," he said, voice warm and casual. Salith Varro froze mid-step. Her iridescent scales flushed a deep crimson along her neck frills. She slapped her wrist beacon. A shrill chime echoed off the bulkheads. Alarms blared. Steel shutters slammed down from the ceiling, sealing the hallway. Eli's shoulders hit the deck as security drones buzzed from ceiling vents. Magnetic clamps locked his wrists and ankles in place. He grunted, testing the hold. Solid. "Salith? What's happening?" Her eyes, golden slits in a face of sharp angles, narrowed. She stepped forward, robes whispering against the grated floor. Repeated, into the official recorder. Eli blinked at the hovering drone cam, its red light pulsing. Another drone hovered near her, projecting a hollow recorder. "You look beautiful today," he said again, slower. "Is that what this is about?" Salith's frills quivered. "Among my people, Valori, such words claim dominance, a challenge to submit or fight. You force the protocol." Eli's mind raced. He'd studied Valori customs, endless briefings on hierarchies and scent-marking rituals. But compliments? That was human basics. "I didn't mean. It's just politeness, a greeting." The station intercom crackled. "This is Director Halden Rowe. All personnel, lockdown active. Cultural hazard protocol engaged. Eli Mercer, stand down. Director, confirm the claim. Director, confirm the claim." He spoke it twice. Eli strained against the clamps. Cold metal bit his skin. Drones whirred closer, scanners sweeping his vitals. Heart rate steady, no weapons detected. Still pinned. Footsteps echoed beyond the shutter. A panel hissed open. Director Rowe burst in, gray uniform crisp, tablet glowing. "Mercer, what the hell? We prepped you for 6 months on Valori taboos." "It was a compliment," Eli said. "Harmless." Rowe's jaw tightened. He glanced at Salith. "Envoy Varro. Protocol requires verification. Intent scan first?" Salith nodded once, rigid. "Physiological proof, no Valori lies with scent or pulse." Rowe signaled the drones. One extended a probe, pricking Eli's arm. He winced. Data streamed to Rowe's tablet. "Adrenaline spike, normal for restraint," Rowe read. "No aggression markers. Cortisol low. He's telling truth on stress levels." "Not enough," Salith snapped. Her tail lashed the air. "Dominance claims demand reciprocity. Prove no intent to own." Eli met her gaze. Golden eyes bored into him. Up close, her scales shimmered like oil on water, frills edged in silver. "Beautiful, yeah. But now, terrified under the discipline." "Reciprocity?" Eli asked. "What does that mean?" Rowe sighed. "Mercer, Valori bond through mutual vulnerability. You complimented her allure. Protocol sees it as a mating claim." She tests back. Salith crossed her arms. "State your unshielded truth." "Why speak those words?" Eli swallowed. Drones hummed, recording every twitch. "You're sharp, dedicated. I see you working late, decoding our archives. It stands out. Makes you beautiful. Not a claim, just fact." Her frills flattened slightly. Crimson faded to lavender. Humans voice such freely? "Every day," Eli said. "No strings." Rowe checked his tablet. "Station ops holding. But if this escalates, diplomacy stalls. Envoy, your call." Salith paced, tail coiling. She stopped, beacon glowing as she queried Medbay. "Medic Anwar, to Corridor 5. Cross-species verify." Minutes ticked. Eli's arms ached. Drones adjusted clamps, precise. The shutter panel slid again. Kip Anwar jogged in, medkit slung over his shoulder, calm eyes behind glasses. Heard the ping. "What's the vector?" Salith pointed. "Human claims beauty. Verify consent physiology." Anwar knelt by Eli, scanner humming over his chest. Pulse steady at 72. Oxytocin trace. Empathy marker. Not arousal spike. Valori baseline? She extended her wrist. Anwar synced devices. Her readout flashed. Elevated serotonin. Fear cortisol dropping. "Compatible," Anwar said. No deception pheromones from him. Her response? Curiosity overriding alert. Salith's scales shifted to soft blue. Curiosity? Anwar nodded. Humans leak emotions raw, no filters. His compliment triggered your protocol because it's sincere. No dominance, Ro exhaled. Drones. Release. Clamps snapped open. Eli rubbed his wrists, standing slow. Salith watched him rise, unblinking. Envoy? Ro asked. Protocol clear? She tilted her head, frills perking. Preliminary, but test remains. Reciprocity. Eli dusted his shirt. Name it. Salith stepped closer. Heat radiated from her skin, like sun-warmed stone. She touched his wrist. Light. Testing. Valori proved trust through shared flaw. 1. Speak 1. Yours. Eli hesitated. Ro and Anwar tensed. Flaw. Humans hid weaknesses. Aliens broadcast hierarchies. All right. I fumble languages under pressure. Nearly botched the Krell Treaty last cycle. Patience saved it. Her eyes widened fractionally. You admit failure? Learned from it, Eli said. Salith's tail stilled. She leaned in, voice low. I cataloged species but misread gestures. Failed my first envoy posting. Exiled here to prove. Shared breath hung between them. Her scent, spice and ozone, filled his nose. Ro cleared his throat. Progress. Lockdown lifting in 5. Mercer. Escort her back. No more compliments. Shutters groaned upward. Drones retracted. Eli offered his arm. Human style. Walk with me? Salith eyed it, then hooked her elbow through. Tentative. Walk. And explain more human flaws. They moved down the corridor, station humming back to life. Her frills brushed his shoulder. Behind, Ro muttered to Anwar, that could have tanked the summit. Anwar grinned. Or started something better. Eli glanced at Salith. Blue scales glowed under lights. Your turn. What's beautiful about humans? She smiled. First time. Sharp teeth. Genuine. Your words. Unarmored. The corridor curved toward her quarters. Her grip tightened. Not dominance. Trust. But as they turned the corner, her beacon pinged again. Incoming transmission, Valori High Council. Urgent. Salith's frills spiked crimson. They know. Salith yanked her arm free. Her frills pulsed crimson, beacon glowing like a warning flare. Eli stepped back, hands raised. What's the message say? High Council. Her voice cracked, claws scraping her wrist cone. They detect protocol breach. Full hazard lockdown. You. Stay. She tapped the device. Holographic glyphs flared. Quarantine alert. Station-wide. Alarms blared. Bulkheads slammed down the corridor. Drones buzzed from vents, herding them toward a side door. Eli grabbed her elbow gently. Not a cell. We need an interview room. Neutral ground. Salith hesitated, eyes flicking to the drones. Protocol demands isolation. Dominance claim unverified. Eli keyed his calm. Director Ro, it's Mercer. Divert us to interview 3. Controlled environment. Recorders on. Better for diplomacy than a cage. Ro's voice barked through. Negative. Holding cell for claimant. You tripped her cultural hazard. Council inbound. Could scrap the summit. Eli pushed forward as drones nudged them. Salith's tail lashed, scales rasping against his sleeve.
She's not cargo, sir. Room now, or I file protest.
Silence. Then, 3 minutes, Anwar en route. Swear your intent under oath first, Mercer. Oath recorder active. The drone panel word open to interview 3. Stark white walls, central table with hollow display. Restraint fields dormant. Salith entered stiffly, frills half furled. Ellie followed. Door sealed. Kip Anwar slipped in last. Medkit slung over his shoulder. Vitals stable. No tox signs. He scanned Salith's wrist. Adrenaline spike, but consensual contact earlier. Director Ro appeared on the wall screen, face etched with strain. Oath. Mercer. State intent. Full record. Eli faced the hovering oath recorder orb, its blue light pulsing. He placed his palm flat. I, Eli Mercer, swear under penalty of perjury and treaty expulsion. My words to Envoy Vero held no claim of dominance, ownership, or courtship. Pure human idiom. No intent to harm or bind. Orb chimed green. Ro nodded curtly. Proceed. Rewrite the complement. Literal terms only. Shared display. Eli activated the holotable. Valori script flowed beside English. He typed, "Your scales reflect light evenly. Optimal health indicator. Admire efficiency." Salith leaned over the table, frills twitching. Her claw tapped a glyph. It glowed red. Flagged. Vethkar. Means mine, in claim context. Ownership bond. You spoke it. Eli froze. The word. He'd mangled it in the corridor earlier, fumbling her language under stress. Accident. Human compliment. You look beautiful. No possession. She blocked the display with a sweep. Contact severed. Holo fizzled. Unproven. My species. Appearance words. Signal hierarchy. Predator claims territory. Protocol blocks until verified. Rose screen flickered. Envoy. Transmit to council. Mercer's oath holds. Human baseline. Compliments neutral. Salith's beacon pinged again. She snarled at it, ignoring Ro. Eli caught her gaze. Oh, show me the full phrase. I'll dissect it. Together, her frills drooped slightly. Claws hovered over the block. Risky. Council views as contamination. Anwar cleared his throat. Physio check. Her cortisol dropping. Trust markers up 12% since arm link. He tapped his scanner. Human empathy baseline. No deception spikes. Eli nodded to her. Your move, Salith. We fix this, or Summit dies. She unblocked the display with a flick. Glyphs reformed. Here, Vethkar Shalith. You said it passing the atrium. Eli cross-referenced his translator log. Damn, autocorrect glitch. Shalith means gleam. Vethkar. Salith's eyes narrowed, tail curling. Formal mode activates for envoys, prevents accidents. You bypassed? Pressure, Ellie admitted. Heard your frills chime. Reacted. Humans blurt under fire. Ro interjected. Council transmission live. Envoy, verify or quarantine him. Salith studied the rewrite. Her claw traced his literal version. Efficiency, neutral, no claim. Frills shifted teal, caution easing. Humans praise without rank? Every day. Eli smiled faintly. Builds bonds, not chains. Anwar injected a calm gel hypo into her port. Physio confirms. No threat pheromones. Consent verified. She straightened. Beacon steadying. Council. Statement. Human error, not malice. Intent pure. She paused, glancing at Eli. Curious pure. Ro exhaled on screen. Lockdown lifting. Summit tomorrow. Mercer, you're benched. No contact till cleared. Door hissed open. Drone stood down. Salith rose but lingered. Walk again. Explain more. Errors. Eli offered his arm. She hooked it slower this time. Frills brushing his skin. Warmth seeped through scales. Deal. Your flaws too. Corridor lights brightened. Her scent lingered. Spice sharpening. Behind, Anwar smirked at Ro's screen. Told you. Better. But as they neared her quarters, Salith's beacon pulsed gold. Incoming. Personal from her exile mentor. She stiffened. He questions my judgment. Says you're pure hides hunt. Eli squeezed her elbow lightly. Prove him wrong. With me. Her grip tightened. Not fear. Resolve. They entered her quarters. Door sealed. Alone. Salith unhooked her arm but stayed close. The room hummed. Valori humidifier misting the air. Plants curling toward UV lamps. She activated a privacy field. Glyphs shimmering across the walls. Council defers, she said. But mentor demands proof. Cultural exchange test. Her frills flared softly. Demonstrate human complement. Safe way. Eli sat on the edge of her low bench, careful not to loom. Literal first. Your frills signal clear emotion. Efficient communication. She tilted her head, tail swaying. No claim? None.
He pointed to the holopad. Record it.
Verify. She did scanner beeping neutral. A low chime escaped her. Laughter. Humans, unarmored words. My species broadcast status. Hide nothing, risk everything. Your exile story, Eli prompted. Failed posting. Gesture misread. Salith perched beside him, scales whispering against fabric. Ambassador touched crest. I saw alliance. He saw insult. Exiled to frontier stations. Prove control. Eli nodded. Krell treaty, I yelled in their echo tongue. Sounded like threat. Patience fixed it. Listened first. Her claw grazed his hand. Test. Touch means. Comfort. Consent. He held still. She nodded. Frills teal warm. Continue lesson. He rephrased the compliment slowly, her language module projecting. Shalith Veth. Gleam perfect. No car. Her eyes widened. Pure form. Archaic. Poetic. Beacon pinged approval from her personal log. Mentor sees. But the doorcom buzzed. Rose voice. Mercer, Council Addendum. Full physioscan required. Anwar inbound. No exceptions. Salith's tail lashed. Invasion. Anwar arrived minutes later, scanner humming. Standard. Heart rate, pheromones, neural map. He worked fast, pads on Eli's temples, Salith's frills. Clear, Anwar said. Synced empathy peaks, bond, forming. Salith flushed deeper blue. Bond? Human term? Eli said. Trust. Mutual. Rose's face appeared on her wall panel. Summit secure, but envoy. Council orders cultural deep dive. Mercer assigned. Report hourly. She saluted the screen crisply. Affirmative. Panel blanked. Alone again. Salith turned. Closer now. Deep dive starts. You're sent. Grounding. Ozone calms us. Eily inhaled her spice. Yours sharpens focus. Her claw traced his jaw. Light. Exploratory. No claim. Invitation. Heart thudded. Human normal. Her extraordinary. Frills wrapped his shoulder gently. First true touch. Accept. Beacon chimed final clear. Council satisfied. But her mentor's private glyph flickered. Watch the unarmored. They ensnare. Salith silenced it. Eli's hand rose to her frill, fingers brushing the teal edge. Soft, warma. Teach me your safe words. No more traps. Salith pulled back a fraction. Her eyes narrowed, golden slits contracting. Bold request, unarmored one. Tail coiled tight. Words bind. You volunteer first? He nodded. Full scan. Prove no threat. Heart steady. No bluff. Door hissed. Kip Anwar strode in. Medkit slung low. Council pinged me again. Deeper protocol. He unpacked neural pads. Pheromone sampler. Eli. Stripped to baseline. Show calm. Eli peeled off his tunic. Cool air hit skin. Normal. He lay on the exam slab. Run it. No arousal markers. Human standard. Anwar synced the scanner to Salith's beacon. Pads chilled his temples. Chest. Wrists. Rests restrium. Adrenaline low. Pheromone profile. Empathy dominant. Zero predation. Machine hummed approval. Green lights flashed. Salith watched from the corner. Frills rigid purple. Metrics lie. Intent hides. Anwar turned to her. Your turn, envoy. Consent checklist. Cross-species. He pulled up the hollow form. Boundary 1. Physical contact. Permitted zones. Frills. Shoulders. No core. Her claw tapped the panel. Logged. Verbal cues. Anwar prompted. Dominance phrases trigger retreat. She glanced at Eli. He evaded once. Emotional intent? Anwar's voice stayed flat. Clinical. Trust scan. Rising. She hesitated. Claw hovered. Log it. Anwar nodded. Mutual consent verified. No overrides. He packed up. You're clear. Deep dive greenlit. Door sealed behind him. Silence stretched. Eli sat up. Tunic back on. Now. Lesson. Safe compliments. Trade dialect. Dialith circled him slow. Spice scent sharpened. Why learn? Humans claim loose. Respect your rules. He met her gaze. Steady. Show me. She projected her language module. Glowing glyphs spun mid-air. Base form. Veth shall. Gleamworthy. Neutral. Trade safe. Eli repeated it, tongue twisted on the clicks. Veth shale. Gleamworthy. Module beeped partial match. Close. Her frill brushed his arm. Teal flicker. Add tone. Rising inflection. No claim. He tried again. Nails on chalkboard, but clearer. Veth shale. Module chimed full, her tail uncurled. Pass. Archaic root intact. She stepped closer. Breath ghosted his ear. Test you now. Eli held still. Pulse even, ready. Sayla's voice dropped low. Claws grazed his collarbone. Kar vaith na. Mine gleams dominant. Dominance line. Pure trap. Her eyes locked, waiting for flinch or counterclaim. He breathed deep. Ozone from her skin grounded him. No. Plain. Firm, not mine. Yours gleams. Veth shall. Frills snapped teal wide. Shock rippled her scales. Refusal clean. No echo. No seize. She backed one step. Then two. Unarmored rejects power? Human way. He smiled faint. Compliment shares. No own. Beacon pinged wild. Her personal log auto-recorded. Anomaly. Dominance spurned. Intent pure. She silenced it quick. Claw trembled. Eli extended his hand. Palm up. Your turn. Safe phrase for human. She stared. Long. Then traced his palm with one claw. Terran form. Strength quiet. Fits you. Warmth spread. Thanks. He closed fingers gentle around hers. No squeeze. Director Rose comm buzzed sharp. Mercer, envoy. Summit prep. Cultural exchange demo required. Joint presentation. 1 hour. Sayla's tail lashed once. Demo. Exposed. Eli stood. We practice. Veth shall on me. I'll mirror. They drilled. Her module projected. He echoed. Clicks smoothed. She tested twice more. Edged dominance phrases. He refused each clean. Share not claim. Her frills stayed teal. Steady now. Spice scent softened to mist. Anwar slipped back in unannounced. Physio. Follow-up. Quick check. Scanner word. Eli. Baseline hold. Salith. Trust markers peak. Oxytocin analog surging. Eli glanced at her. She flushed blue deep. Veth shale. Ellie Mercer. First full use. Poetic lilt. Beacon chimed council approval. Rose voice cut in. Presentation live streamed. No errors. They moved to the summit chamber. Holocams hummed. Alien envoys watched from orbits. Human delegates nodded. Salith spoke first. Crisped trade dialect. Exchange. Human refuses dominance. Proves intent. Eli stepped up. Veth Shael. Silith Varo. Gleamworthy. Perfect tone. Gasps echoed through translators. Her species reps leaned in. Pure form. Uncorrupted. Row watched from ops. Risk lights green. Post demo. Back in quarters. Salith's claw found his jaw again. Firmer. You volunteer scans. Learn fast. Refuse clean. Frill wrapped his shoulder full. Why? Kindness ordinary. He leaned in. Forehead to hers. Custom inferred. Your gleam extraordinary. Tail coiled his leg. Light. Accept deeper. Lips. Scaled soft. Brushed his. Test. Eli returned it. Gentle. Consent clear. Beacon silent. Mentor glyph. Dark. But Rose private channel pinged Eli's wrist comb. Mercer. Her mentor contests logs. Claims ensnarement. Full audit tomorrow. Salith pulled him closer. Ignore. Veth Shale wins. Eli silenced it. Heart thudded human normal. Her extraordinary pulse synced. Door sealed. Deep dive continued. Her claws mapped his shoulders. Exploratory. Human skin yields. No armor. Trusts. He traced her frill base. Teal pulsed brighter. Peaches calm. She murmured a new glyph. Module translated. Bond forms. Cross veins. Eli nodded. Mutual. They sat cross-legged, legs touching. She taught fringe dialects. Safe zones only. He mirrored human idioms. Steady hand. Open heart. Anwar's update chimed neutral. Physio stable. Consent logged hourly. Salith's eyes softened. Your patience, Karvethna? Trap phrase again. Playful now. No. He grinned. Veth Shale. Laughter bubbled from her. Scaled throat vibrated. Rare sound. Pure refusal, addictive. Frills enveloped his arm, full wrap. Spice enveloped him, row intruded via wall panel. Audit prepped, present at dawn. No contact, till cleared. Salith's tail stiffened, hazard reignited. Eli stood. Volunteer again, full transparency. Anwar arrived pre-dawn, deeper scanner deployed. Neural maps overlaid. Synced peaks, no deception. Human baseline. Compassion dominant. Salith submitted paths, log my boundaries anew. He honors. Checklist flew. Boundaries tightened, then eased. Mutual adjustment. Row reviewed live, clear. Proceed. Alone once more. Salith tested final. Voice velvet low. Car shall velf. Dominance shared. Tempting. Eli held her gaze. But no, Veth shall only. Frills exploded teal. She lunged. Hug, not claim. Scales to skin. You win test. Unarmored conquers. Team. He hugged back. Steady empathy. Beacon broadcast. Trust verified. Diplomacy secure. Mentor's glyph flickered faint. Watch yields ensnarement. Desolith crushed it. Hours now. Eli inhaled her spice. Focus sharpened. Bond sealed. Summit loomed, but here cross-species normal felt extraordinary. Salith unlatched the Envoy suite door with a hiss of pressurized seals. Enter. Eli Mercer. Monitored walk-through granted. Sensors record every step. Eli stepped inside, boots echoing on the scaled grating. Frills along her neck pulsed teal. Trust color, he'd learned. The suite hummed with alien tech, hovering data pads etched in glyphs, air thick with her spice scent. Goal clear. Map her space. Build trust without traps. Boundaries first, she said. Tail flicking. No gaze prolonged. Dominance claimed start there. Eli nodded. He scanned the room. No assumptions. Show me the safe zones? Or skip to the lounge? Choice, not command. Lounge. Follow. She led him through a narrow hall, claws clicking. Protocol drones buzzed overhead, red lights sweeping. Director Rowe's voice crackled from a wall panel. Recording active, Mercer. One misstep. Lockdown. Understood. Eli kept pace. Hands open. Humans offered options. Aliens expected orders. He pointed to a side alcove. Refreshment nook, water, or your preference? Salith paused. You defer? Her eyes narrowed, golden slits. No assumption of need? Human norm. He smiled. Choice builds comfort. She vented air. Approval hiss. Proceed to nook. My brew, if offered. He poured from her dispenser, steam rising with cinnamon bite. Handed it over, no brush of fingers. She sipped, frills relaxing. Efficient. Empathic, she demonstrated console locks, palm scan only. Sleeping pod, sealed at dusk. Communal viewport, shared with no others. Eli mirrored each rule back. Plain speech, palm here. Seal at dusk, view shared. Never solo. Correct, pride edged her voice. Your recall honors. They reached the corridor exit. Station hum swelled, crew milling for shift change. Salith straightened. Test complete. Exit monitored. Eli held the door. After you? Or I lead? Lead. Her tail brushed his calf. Accidental warmth. Out in the corridor, humans clustered. Engineers, linguists, gapers, whispers rippled. Salith's scales gleamed under light's exotic draw. She pulled a data pad. Phrasebook glow. Cleared her throat. Scaled lips parted. Eli Mercer, your posterior is most aesthetically pleasing. Laughter erupted. A tech snorted. Another doubled over. Did she say? Salith froze. Frill slammed flat. Shock crimson. Raisebook glitch. Human slang twisted into blunt anatomy praise. Crowd swelled. Phones lifted. Envoys hitting on Mercer. Eli stepped forward, body blocking her. Arm out. Casual shield. Show's over, folks. Back to posts. Laughter choked. Eyes darted. He grinned. Easy. Phrasebook fun, right? Next idiom lesson on me. Murmurs faded. Crew dispersed. Shoulders shrugging. Eli turned to her. Voice low. Ignore them. Bad translation. Means good work ethic in old slang. Her tail lashed. Lies. Voice cracked. My words claimed dominance. Public spectacle. Hazard protocol triggers. Alarms blared. Soft pulse, station-wide. Red strobes flashed. Director Rowe's face bloomed on corridor screens. Hazard alert. Envoy Varro exposed to appearance commentary. Cultural breach confirmed. Quarantine both parties. Medical bay. Now.
Say that. Recoiled. No.
I initiated. Reciprocate trust. Eli grabbed her pad. Volunteer log. We're clear. Previous audit passed. Ray ignited. Rowe's eyes bored. Intent unverified. Move. Crew parted. Kip Anwar waited at bay doors. Scanner ready. Calm nod. This way. Physiology first. Eli guided Salith inside. Hand hovering. No touch. Bay sterile. Biobeds humming. Anwar synced pads. Sit. Envoy. Standard scan. Heart sync. Neural peaks. Salith perched, claws gripping edges. He shielded. No claim intent. Anwar hummed. Data speaks. Probes attached, cool pads to scales. Screen flickered. Teal waves, steady. Eli sat opposite. Tell Rowe direct. My courtesy, your test. No dominance. Rowe patched in. Hollow stern. Proof. Her species logs compliments as ownership bids. Laughter amplifies threat. Human laughter diffuses, Eli said. Not mockery. Playful error. Salith leaned forward. Verify me. Empathy dominant, as before. Anwar nodded. Scanning. Lines overlaid. Her peaks matched Eli's. Synced compassion spikes. No deception spikes. Human baseline. Steady empathy. Alien response. Trust elevation. No hazard markers. Rowe frowned. Crowd exposure? Redirected clean. Eli tapped log. No recordings escaped. My block. Pause. Rowe exhaled. Checklist. Boundaries logged. Consent hourly. Updated. Salith extended pad. His choices honored. No assumptions. Anwar cross-checked. Mutual adjustment viable. Proceed with caution. Screens cleared. Alarms silenced. Rowe vanished. Salith's frills bloomed teal. You redirected. Shielded spectacle. Team norm. Eli stood. Humans protect pack. She rose. Closer now. Spice thickened air. Your phrasebook next. Teach true. Eli chuckled. Deal. Start with nice job. Tail curled near his boot. Demonstrate. Back in corridor. Cleared now. They walked. Her shoulder brushed his. Accidental? Intent. Wall panel chimed. Row again. Summit brief tomorrow. No further incidents. Acknowledged. Ellie glanced at her. Golden eyes locked. Salith murmured. Phrasebook tucked. Ellie, your steady hand. Veth, nah. Playful trap. He grinned. No. Veth Shile. Frills exploded teal. She laughed. Vibrant, scaled throat rumbling. Rare sound echoed. Crew heads turned. No laughter this time. Awe whispers. One engineer muttered. Human normal breaks protocols. Salith's hand grazed his. Ours defies. Eli inhaled spice. Bond deepened. Summit loomed, but her touch lingered. Director Rowe's private channel pinged Eli's comm. Urgent glyph. New scan data. Her neural maps shifting. Dependency risk? Eli deleted it. Focus on her. She squeezed. Walk through mine next time. Unmonitored. Part quickened. Trust test passed. Romance ignited. But Rowe's warning echoed faint. Dependency or ensnarement? Ellie pressed the corridor panel. The door to Salith's quarters hissed open. He stepped inside, holding the folded scarf. Soft blue weave from station stores. Nothing fancy. Salith? Got something for you. She turned from her data console. Golden eyes widening. Frills flattened against her scaled neck. Eli Mercer. Her tail lashed once, coiling tight. You enter, unannounced. Door chimed. He extended the scarf. Apology token. For the summit mess. Humans do this. Small gifts smooth things. Salith recoiled. Her claws flexed, hovering inches from the fabric. Woven binding. Clan pledge weave. Voice dropped to a hiss. This claims lifelong fealty. You propose eternal servitude? Eli froze. Scarf dangled in his grip. What? No. It's a scarf. Warmth for your frills. Station airs dry. She backed against the console. Alarm glyph flared on her wrist pad. Cultural hazard protocol. Red lights pulsed station-wide. Intent logged dominance claim via artifact. Protocol demands verification. Doors sealed. Quarantine field hummed. Eli's comm buzzed. Rose's voice barked. Mercer! Stand down. Her species equates textiles to marriage oaths. Full scan incoming. Director, it's a mix-up. Eli kept his voice level, scarf still out. Salith, explain the ritual. I withdraw it if needed. Her frills quivered violet, stressed hue. Weaver gifts bind bloodlines. Recipient wears, donor commands. Clans war over misgifts. She eyed the scarf. Your intent? Zero command. Eli set it on the table, palms up. Just sorry. Humans complement with tokens. No strings. Kip Anwar burst in. Medkit slung. Physio scan. He waved a wand over Salith. Adrenaline spike. No tox markers. Consent viable? Salith nodded stiffly. Scan him. Verify no subterfuge. Anwar. Obliged. Clear. Human baseline. Elevated heart. Confusion pheromones. No dominance markers. Rose's face appeared on the room hollow. Protocol holds. Eli state intent aloud. Recorded for logs. Eli faced the holo. Gift offered as goodwill. No binding, no claim. Retractable. Salith's tail uncurled fractionally. Human customs evade our codes. She approached the scarf, sniffed. Weave pattern. Simple loop. No clan sigils. Station generic. Ellie watched her frills shift teal curiosity. Want categories? Safe gifts versus hazards? She tilted her head. Define your gift categories. Draft exchange chart. Station-wide. Eli pulled his pad. Fingers flew. Okay, humans. Food shares friendship. Tools aid alliance. Textiles comfort. No ownership. He projected a grid. Your side? Salith leaned in. Spice scent sharpening. Scales. Polished stones affirm respect. Scent vials signal temporary accord. Woven items. Lifelong bond or war trigger. Her claw tapped the pad. Add. Tail bracelets propose mating trials. Eli's cheeks warmed. He typed. Noted. Chart version 1. Mutual safe list. Shared the draft. Station alert pinged. Chart broadcast. Rogue grunted over hollow. Approved provisional. No more incidents. Anwar packed up. Physio stable. Dismissed. Doors unsealed. Rose signed off. Salith's eyes locked on Eli. Your patience diffuses traps. She reached into a pouch, withdrew a small vial, iridescent liquid swirling. Return token. Strict terms. Eli took it. Cool glass. What is it? Sent affirm. Temporary accord. She activated her pad. Term scrolling. Read aloud. Bind the exchange. He scanned. Token accepts apology. No clan claim. Wearer inhales once daily. 7 cycles. Signals trust build. Breaks nullify. Eli met her gaze. Mutual. Human may refuse. Voice it. Her frills bloomed expectant teal. Eli cleared his throat. Token accepts apology. No clan claim. Wearer inhales once daily. 7 cycles. Signals trust build. Breaks nullify. Mutual. Human may refuse. Salith's claws clicked approval. Accepted. She uncorked the scarf. Draped it over her shoulders. Frills relaxed beneath blue folds. Fits. Ellie pocketed the vial. Spice mingled with faint floral from the scent. Looks good. Crew peeked in corridors. Whispers rippled. He fixed a marriage proposal with a spreadsheet. Salith stepped closer. Shoulder brushed his. Chart evolves. Add human compliments. Start simple. Eli grinned. You look great means admiration, no ownership. Her laugh rumbled low. Tail grazed his calf. Demonstrate. You look great in that scarf. Heart steady despite the spark. Frills exploded vibrant teal. Karveth na. Playful challenge. Veth Shael. He echoed her phrasebook correction. She pressed the vial into his palm. Inhale. Seal. Eli uncorked. Laurel spice flooded. Her essence. Warmth spread. Deal. Station hummed quieter now. Rose channel pinged private. Neural shifts confirmed. Monitor bond. Iley ignored it. Salith's hand lingered on his. Walk through. Unmonitored. Now. They slipped into service corridors. Dim lights. Her scales gleamed. Your steady hand navigates hazards. Team skill. Eli matched her stride. You teach rituals. We adapt. Tail curled near his boot. Chart next. Touch permissions. Pulse quickened. Define terms. She halted, golden eyes intense. Shoulder brush. Accidental accord. Hand graze. Trust probe. Full clasp. Trial bond. Ellie extended his hand. Proby accepted. Claws met fingers. Gentle grip. Spice thickened. Human, normal, extraordinary. Warmth built. Station summit loomed, but her clasp tightened. Rose warning flickered. Dependency or something mutual? Salith leaned in. Vial daily or nullify? Daily. Eli squeezed back. Bond tested. Deeper now. Corridor end loomed. Summit prep bay. Voices echoed ahead. She released. Frills coy. Chart update. Clasp viable. Eli nodded. Heart raced. Trust built. Romance kindled. But vial burned in pocket, heavier than scarf. Director Rose drone hovered unseen. Scan beam grazed. Eli shielded her instinctively. Ours defies protocols. She murmured, yes. Tail flicked invitation. Summit called. Hazards waited, but her scent lingered. Promise of more. Next hazard, her vial's true pull. Neural maps shifted both ways. Director Rose's voice boomed from the prep bay speakers. Reception in 1 hour. Mixed species. Governments demand proof of stability. Eli stepped through the hatch beside Salith. Her tail brushed his calf. Accidental accord. Voices hushed. Eyes turned. Station crew and alien envoys clustered around hollow displays flickering summit agendas. Rowe pivoted from the central console, his uniform creased tight. Mercer, Varro. Status? Salith's frills stiffened, protocol compliant. Escort required. Her golden eyes flicked to Eli. Claws tapped her datapad. Eli nodded once. Her choice. Boundaries first. Rowe's gaze narrowed. Written. Logged. No deviations. He jabbed a finger at the display. One slip, and we scrubbed diplomacy. Salith extended her pad. Draft here. Ellie synced his. Line scrolled. Shoulder contact. Navigation aid. Hand clasp. Trust trial only. No scent exchange without med scan. Acceptable. Eli signed. Her claw grazed his stylus. Spice scent bloomed faint. Escort confirmed, she declared. Tail curled approval. Reception goal. Demonstrate cohesion. No alarms. His drone hummed overhead. Scanning. Crew dispersed. Ellie led Salith to a side alcove. Review beats. She leaned close. Scales iridescent under lights. Greetings. Exchanges. Exit clean. Her voice dropped. Your vial? Daily. He patted his pocket. Warmth lingered from her clasp. Kip Anwar approached. Med kit slung low. Neural baseline stable? The human medic scanner beeped at Salith. Affirmative. Her frills relaxed. Human empathy calibrates. Kip eyed Eli. Monitor shifts. Both of you. Reception hall thrummed an hour later. Eli matched Salith's stride through the crowd. Her gown rustled. Silk over scales. Envoys bowed. Humans nodded. Hollow banners pulsed. Unity summit. Steady, Eli murmured. His hand hovered near her elbow. Boundary honored. Salith's tail flicked. Your presence anchors. A shadow loomed. Ambassador Krell Voss, rival from the fringe worlds. His carapace gleamed oily black. Mandibles clicked. Varro, still shadowed by the hazard mail? Gasps rippled. Salith froze. Frills flared crimson. Eli tensed. Krell's trap snapped shut. The earlier alarm, Eli's compliment twisted into dominance claim. Protocol breach. Scandal bait. Details for all. Krell broadcast. His voice amplified station-wide. Mercer's words. Your scales shine like stars. Varro's species decodes his claim. Mating dominance. Alarm triggered. She fled. He pursued. Murmurs swelled. Rose's face paled across the hall. Drones whirred closer. Salith's claws flexed. Irrelevant. Krell overrode. Relevant. Reject him now, Varro, or taint your delegation. Governments watch. Her tail lashed. Golden eyes darted to Eli. Fear or fury? Eli stepped forward, calm, precise. Ambassador Voss. Credit Envoy Varro's protocol first. Krell's mandibles stilled. Salith's species encodes intent in appearance words. Eli continued, voice steady, broadcast matched. My comment lacked context, fault mine. No dominance intended. Crowd leaned in. Salith's scent spiked, spice and shock. I observed her scales' natural luster, Eli said. Human normal, polite note. Her alarm activated correctly. Protected her. I adapted. Accepted correction. Rowe pushed through. Mercer. Proof. Eli pressed. Kip on were scanned. No threat vectors. Salith chose boundaries, chose escort. Trust earned, not claimed. Kip nodded from the edge. Scanner live. Physiology verifies. Her neural fear resolved. Mutual baselines. Krell chittered. Human lies smooth. Varro? Denounce. Salith's frill smoothed. She clasped Eli's hand. Trial bond. Public. Clause firm. Mercer's language precise. Credits my right. Accepts fault without shame. Tail coiled his ankle. Human normal. Extraordinary yield. Applause erupted. Humans clapped. Aliens hummed a chord. Krell recoiled. Mandibles snapped shut. Manipulation. Scandal null. Rowe barked. Drones logged. Reception proceeds. Krell slunk back. Eyes venomous. Salith squeezed Eli's hand. Disarmed live. Her voice purred low. Golden eyes locked. Chart update. Public clasp viable. Eli's pulse raced. Her scales warmed under touch. Spice enveloped him. Crew dispersed into toasts. Rose signaled approval from afar. Kip sidled up. Shifts mutual. Bond metrics climbing. Eli released her hand slow. Reception goal met. She leaned in. Frills coy. Next. Private exchange. Tail invitation flicked. They slipped toward a side corridor. Voices faded. Her scent promised more. But Krell's drone lingered at Hall's edge. Broadcasting private. Eli shielded her path. Watch flanks, always. Her claw grazed his palm. Bond deepened. Vial burned hotter in his pocket. Daily dose or nullify. Neural maps intertwined now. Rose ping buzzed. Dependency risk. Isolate. Eli ignored. Salith halted. Truth. Your yield shook me. No male yields. Human skill. He met her gaze. Empathy adapts. She pressed close. Scales to fabric. Test deeper. Heart hammered. Define. Full clasp. Scent share. Breath spiced his skin. Kip's warning echoed faint, but her eyes dared. Eli extended both hands. Probe accepted. Claws intertwined. Warmth surged. Spice flooded. Station hummed oblivious. Corridor lights dimmed auto. Her tail wrapped his waist. Trial bonds sealed. Rose channel crackled urgent. Voss escalates. Government's query alarm logs. Salith murmured against his shoulder. Together, Eli nodded. Bond defied. Scandal averted. Romance ignited. But Vial's pull tugged. Her dependency? Or his? Krell's shadow flickered on a side monitor. Plotting next strike. Summit dawn broke. Hazards multiplied. Salith's tail uncoiled from Eli's waist. She tugged his hand toward a sealed door. Private debrief. Now, Eli followed. Her claws gripped firm. Corridor lights flickered as they passed Krell's drone, its lens whirred, scanning. Eli stepped in front, blocking the view. Clear. She tapped her wristpad. A consent form projected. Standard xenology waiver. Her frills flared approval. Filed. Monitoring off. The door hissed open. No cameras inside. Just a bare conference pod. Table, chairs, dim glow panels. They entered. Door sealed. Her scent thickened the air. Spice and salt. Sharper now. Eli's pulse quickened. Vial in his pocket warmed against his thigh. Dependency risk Rowe had pinged. He ignored it. Salith faced him. Scales gleamed under the low light. Sit. She claimed a chair. Eli took the opposite. Space between them hummed with tension. Your words earlier, she said. Yield. Empathy. They bind. Her tail flicked under the table, brushing his boot. Eli nodded. Truth shared. Bond grows. He kept hands visible. Palms up. Human gesture. Open. She leaned forward, eyes locked on his. But one word lingers. From reception. Pause. Appearance claim. Eli tensed. Protocol flashed in his mind. Salith's species-coded looks as dominance. Males asserted rank through beauty marks. Unproven, it triggered hazard lockdown. Rowe had briefed him. One slip, diplomacy craters. I meant kindness, Eli said. Plain, steady, not claim. Her frills flattened. Intent unknown. Hazard logged. Director Rowe enforces isolation unless proven. Claw tapped the table. We prove now. Eli's calm buzzed. Rowe's voice crackled low. Mercer. Extract. Boss queries spike. Cultural breach confirmed. Salith's pad chimed too. She silenced it. He waits outside. Your medic, Kip, scans vitals. They measure. Eli glanced at the door. Locked. Goal? Trust test.
She rose. Circled the table slow.
Tail swayed. You seek word for beautiful, safe form. I grant. Or deny. Eli stood. Matched her pace. Stayed arm's length. Permission first. To speak appearance words? Frills perked. Granted. Signal my frill lift. She halted. Close now. Breath spiced his cheek. He waited. Heart steady. Patience solved puzzles. Not force. Door panel glowed. Kip's voice filtered through. Vitals stable, Salith. Eli's cortisol low. Consent verified? Affirm, she replied. Frill's coy curl. Proceed. Eli inhaled. Your scales catch light like polished crystal. Watched her signal. Frill lifted. Green approval. Strength in your form commands respect. Again. Frill steady. She closed the gap. Claw traced his jaw. Light. Testing. Human yields again. No dominance. Empathy, Eli said.
Adapts.
Rosecomb barked. Mercer. Protocol demands separation. Hazard! Active Salith's tail lashed. She activated a jammer. Static swallowed Rose protests. Ignore our test. Eli's hand hovered. May touch. Clasp. Claws met fingers. Warmth surged. Spice flooded deeper. Kip's voice cut through faint. Bond metrics peak. No rejection. Continue. Salith's eyes softened. Rare for her kind. Xenologists trained stoic. Your compliment, at reception, shook protocols. Eli squeezed gentle, honest reaction. Humans see beauty everywhere. She tilted head. Frills full flare. My species. Beauty binds mates. Claim unproven equals war. Understood. Eli released. Stepped back. Gave space. Door rattled. Row pounded. Open! Government's inbound! Salith ignored. Pulled a data slate from her belt. Approved translation. She etched symbols. Valkyrie. 3 tones. Rising. Fall. Trill. Eli repeated slow. Valkyrie. Mimicked pitch perfect. Translator implants aided. Her tail coiled his ankle. Not enough. Assigned by name. Slate glowed. Linked to his profile. Ellie Mercer claims. Silith Varo Valkyrie. Public now. Station logs updated. Hazard cleared. Eli tested. Salith Varo Valkyrie. Frills danced. She pressed against him. Scales to chest. Accepted. On my terms. Heat built. Her scent overwhelmed. Vial burned insistent. His dose. Or hers. Neural maps tangled. Dependency mutual. Rose override hacked the jammer. Isolate. Medic. Sedate. Kip burst in first. Scanner word. Wait. Oxytocin sync at 92%. No risk. Rowe shoved past. Blaster stun set. Stand down, Mercer. Eli shielded Salith. Protocol met. Log it. Salith's claws dug his arm. Protective. He yields true. Valkyrie binds us. Rowe froze. Scanner pinged his pad. Hazard cleared? Face paled. Voss retracts? Kip nodded. Metrics prove consent. Trust baseline exceeded. Row holstered. Backed out. Summit holds. But vial, neutralize. Door sealed again. Alone. Salith pulled ally down. Shared chair. Tail wrapped secure. Next meeting? Eli smiled. Optional request. Tomorrow. Private exchange. Your quarters? Frill's invitation flared. Accepted. Her lips brushed his ear. Spice breath hot. One more? Your eyes, Veshkari. She etched it, assigned to herself. Ellie Mercer Veshkari. Eli's world tilted. Alien word for his gaze, on her terms. Krell's drone hummed outside. Lens pierced the seal. Recording, plotting. But her claws held. Bond defied alarms. Romance. Sealed. Corridor alarms whooped distant. Voss escalated. Summit dawn loomed. Vial pulsed. Choice neared. Her whisper dared. Dose together? Eli nodded. Trust tested. Deeper now. Director Rowe's final ping. Dependency confirmed. Governments demand proof. Salith's tail tightened. Station shook subtle. Krell's shadow lengthened. Hazards multiplied. But in the pod, words bridged. Valkyrie echoed. Eli leaned in. Veshkari returns it. Scales and skin. Worlds collided. Door buckled. Rowe returned. With security. Bond ignited. Test just began. Salith rose fierce. Claim honored. Back off. Eli stood beside. Hands linked. Diplomacy wins. Kip blocked the door. Physiology clear. Stand down. Rowe hesitated. Scanner confirmed. Fine. But vial. Eli pulled it. Shared dose. Injected her first. Then self. Warmth flooded. Neural sync peaked. Rowe exhaled. SMA. For now. They parted slow. Eyes locked. Salith's frill whispered. Tomorrow. My terms. Eli nodded. Corridor buzzed with crews. Krell's drone fled. Data stolen. Voss logs queried. Governments watched. But the word burned true. Valkyrie. Romance defied protocols. Trust built unbreakable. Her scent lingered. Promise of more. Station hummed. Dawn broke. Hazards waited. Bond endured. Ellie checked his pad. New message. Salith. Veshkari awaits. Heart raced. Next test called. Kip clapped his shoulder. Metrics off charts. Human normal breaks aliens. Eli grinned. Empathy adapts. Rowe glared from afar. Watch Krell. Eli nodded. Slipped to quarters. Vial empty. Dependency shared. Sleep came scented. Dreams spiced. Summit loomed. Bond armed them. But shadows plotted. Krell's strike neared. Eli gripped the slate. Valkyrie glowed. Her gift. His claim. On her terms. Perfect.